Alright boys, it's your boy Method Man YT here, and I'm recording in the day, so it's gonna be a bit more noisy than usual, but I'm gonna try to get through it without any issues either way. So as y'all can see from the title, we got the Superstar Choice Chest here. Now, we're getting this at the time I'm uploading this video. If you've logged in like every day since the update dropped, you'll be getting this tomorrow on reset. So by the time this video releases, it'll be like, let's say about 10 hours away or 12 hours away for the most part. So I'm gonna tell y'all who to pick. So as you can see, open to choose one of the following superstars: Antetokounmpo, Jokic, James, Curry, Durant, Embiid, Davis, Tatum, and SGA. So instantly I'm gonna rule out who you should not pick. So we're not picking Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo is not a good card. I think he's probably the worst superstar in the game. Honestly, he's got to be the worst superstar in the game. He's very guardable, easy to block without his ultimate, and even with his ultimate, the most I guess he can do is score 2 points. 2 points is very easy to score in this game, so relying on your ultimate to score 2 points is really not that great. And he can space the floor well. Obviously he's Giannis, so he can't really space the floor that well. He can't shoot the three. His mid-range is very, it's random. It's very random. It's not good though. It's not consistent though, so he can't even space in the mid-range area. All he can do is basically dunk, and there is a lot of good shot blockers in the game. And yeah, his offense is not that great. His defense is actually pretty good, pretty decent actually. The only issue is he only has the 360 block on dunks and layups, so it's not for every shot, or he's not really a shot blocker, I should say. He's more of a rim protector. But there are better rim protectors anyway, so and his rebounding isn't even all that great. So yeah, he's all around, I think, the worst choice you can make from this this chest. Next we got Jokic. Nikola Jokic. Jokic is it's a very questionable one to pick. Like I don't think you should pick him. I don't, because I think there's much better centers. But he's not bad. He's not Giannis bad. He's actually pretty usable. Terrible defender. He can space the floor. He's great at shooting the 3-point shot. Obviously the passes, his ultimate is pretty clutch. His rebounding is not like amazing, and his overall offense, other than spacing the floor, is, well, his personal offense is, I mean, it's pretty decent. The bump into the floater shot, it's kind of unguardable for the most part. But I think his real value comes from just his floor spacing and his screens. Like, his screens are great. His screens are perfect for any shooter to get. So I won't say he's a bad pick. I still would not pick him. I'd honestly skip him. But I mean, if that's your play style, where you want to just shoot 3-pointers and I guess set screens, maybe go Jokic. It's not a L, I guess. Next we got James, LeBron. So a lot of people say LeBron is pretty bad in this game, and I beg to differ, to be honest. I really do beg to differ. Like, LeBron gets that running like stop into the bump, into the dunk. It's pretty solid. Obviously, the higher rank you are, the better people will defend it. They'll double you when you go to dunk, and it's a pretty easy block for anyone who can time blocks pretty well. So it's not, I mean, it's not the best in the world, but it is still something. Like, he can still have some offense to him. His mid-range fadeaway, pretty solid. his 3-point shot is actually the most questionable thing about him, because he can hit the 3-point shot. It just takes forever to release. So you gotta be wide, like wide open in order to shoot that 3-point shot. And it's even harder now because we got so much characters that can dash to him. We got D-Wade that can dash on defense. Jaren Jackson Jr. can dash on defense. AD can dash on defense. So Kawhi can also dash on defense. So that his 3-point shot is a bit it's a bit less used now because there's so much ways to counter it because of how slow it is. Now, yeah, his offense is not crazy at all, but this is where he gets crazy. His defense is phenomenal. He has 360 block anywhere. 360-degree block, for all of you who don't know. 360-degree block allows you to block from behind and to the sides and from the front. So you have a full, literally, as it says, 360-degree angle for your block to trigger. And LeBron's blocking is very, very, very good. His defense is extremely good. But within saying that as well, I would not pick LeBron. I'd think about it. He's not he wouldn't ruin you if you pick him. I think the only character here that would be a complete L to pick is Giannis. But yeah, LeBron is one of those that I personally I would not recommend anyone picking as well. Steph Curry. Okay, so Steph is a bit of a funny case as well. Like, all these characters are there's like two or three characters on this list that are 100% locks to be great picks, and then everyone else except Giannis is just they're pretty iffy. But Curry, let's look at his offense. Now his offense is very it's up and down. It's very up and down. If you're going against a good defender, they're locking you up 100%. They are locking you up. And people say all Curry needs is just screens, and that is not true. Like, your teammate sets a screen for you, their man is just gonna follow onto you. So he's pretty mediocre with screens, and he's pretty mediocre without screens. He just does. I made a video last week talking about Curry, and you can check it out for a more detailed breakdown of why I don't think this card is as great as he should be. But TLDR, he has no bag. His 3 points, even with ultimate, can miss. I've missed 2 wide open threes 2 times, multiple times throughout my 500 or 600 or 700 games as Steph Curry. And that's an E4 Steph Curry, by the way. His enhancements aren't really that great at all. His passive is very terrible. It's literally just, if you miss a shot, you have a higher chance of scoring the next shot, wide open shot you take. And it's not even a contested shot. If you missed a wide open shot, you get a higher chance at scoring on your next wide open shot. Or no, on your next shot in general. I mean, I think that's just the game's general mechanics. Like, if I miss a 3 with D-Wade, the next 3 I take, I'm pretty confident within it. So that's literally just a redundant passive, to be honest. And as I said before, he has no bag. All he has is that sidestep, the sidestep cancel. He does have a spin and pullback shot, but it is so slow. It is so unbelievably slow that it's practically useless against any defender that doesn't jump for every shot you take. So yeah, Curry is well, before I say whether you should pick him or not, his defense obviously his defense is trash. The most you can get out of Curry is probably getting some maybe 1 steal a game. You're not getting any blocks, you're not getting any rebounds, you're not stopping anyone, and your contest is not that great, so people are going to score a lot of lightly contested and maybe sometimes some heavily contested on you. A lot of contested ultimates are gonna score on you, so defense is obviously not that great. But yeah, that's his offense and defense. I mean, there's a world where you have a perfect team of players that you're playing with, a group of friends or something, and you all can coordinate much better on how to get your Curry open. And I think that is the only valid way to run Curry in this game. It's with a solid team who can work together to get him open shots. But other than that, I do not recommend this character. Next we got Durant. Durant is a pretty efficient ISO scorer. So let's get into his offense and his defense. So his offense is pretty much shot fake, hezzy, shot fake, hezzy, shot fake, hezzy until your defender jumps and you get a wide open shot. To be honest, it sounds very boring. It sounds very mundane, but that is exactly what it is. Shot fake, hezzy until your defender jumps, and it actually works. A lot of people say Durant is pretty mid in this game, but he honestly feels much better to me than Curry because he has way more he has way more ISO potential. He can also work with screens much better as well. His mid-range is very locked in. You're gonna need some enhancements on him though, because he might miss a lot of 3-point shots without being decently enhanced. So yeah, his without the enhancements, his 3-point shot is kind of questionable. It's not like, it's probably under 50%, but with his enhancements, his 3-point shot probably goes above 50%, like probably 55%, depending on how much shots you take per match and whether you take them with the ultimate or not. Yeah, his ultimate as well prevents you from getting blocked. Usually makes any mid-range shot you take, no matter if it's contested or not, 90% of the time they go in. Allows you to get wide open, more accuracy on your 3-point shots as well. Allows you to basically almost like 80% of the time guarantee a game winner. If you go for the dunk, if you're gonna get blocked, it automatically turns into a layup. So yeah, let's see his defense. Now his defense is pretty mid for most people, but I think it's pretty fine. He has that long range block. He doesn't have great speed at all, which is why most people say he's mid on defense. But the moment you get enhanced 2, I think, depending on how much, I think it works as depending on how much you score, you get more, you get like 10 extra speed stats. So that'll make up for your, that'll help you out a lot on defense. So yeah, his defense is not like too crazy, but it's not abysmal at all. Like, you can get blocks, you can stop a lot of people. The long range block, like the late blocks, are surprising, but they do happen. So yeah, Durant, in terms of me recommending Durant as your pick here, I say if you're looking for an ISO scorer, you can consider him. You can try him out in practice and consider him. He's not bad at all in terms of being an ISO scorer. So yeah, Durant is he's pretty solid. But I'd say wait till the end of the video to hear what I have to say about SGA and everyone else. But Durant is one that you can pick Durant if you want. Up next we get Embiid. Now, I don't recommend anyone really picking Embiid. There's much better centers out right now, especially Hakeem. I think Lopez is low-key a better center than Embiid. I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but I think Lopez is a better center than Embiid, or at least right now within the meta. But let's see, his offense is pretty great. Like, there is no slandering on his offense. His offense is pretty great. He has that really hard to guard layup. He has the hook. He has his mid-range fadeaways. Obviously he has his dunks. In terms of the 3-point shot, he can only really shoot them when he stacks up the process, and some games you're like half the game is gonna go by, and then is where like at that point, after that the first half of the game is done, then you can actually shoot the 3-point shot. Some games you're gonna get it sooner, some games you're gonna get it later than that. So it's really it really depends on how fast you get your process stacks up, which I don't like. Personally, I do not like the fact that I have to wait till half the game is over for my center to be able to floor space for me. In terms of his defense, he's very solid defensively. Obviously, he has that rebound ultimate. His block, his rim protection is pretty great. Pretty nice strength. So yeah, in terms of his defense, he's actually pretty solid. Like, Embiid is not a bad card as well. Do not take me not recommending Embiid as he's a bad card. He is not a bad card. He's just there's just better centers. There are just better centers, I think, that do things a little bit more useful and a little bit more quicker than Embiid. See, Embiid is probably the best center in the game when he has the process on, but you only have that for what, half the game. Like, sometimes half the game is gone before you get to that point, whereas other characters are much better from the beginning of the game till the end of the game. So yeah, Embiid is not bad, but I still don't recommend picking him. Brook Lopez is an epic center, and I think he's low-key a bit better, and I favor him way more than Embiid's. Davis is another one that, look, he's put an asterisk on Davis. His offense is not the craziest. Like, he can shoot his mid-range shots, but it's not consistent. Like, you're probably gonna make 2, and then you're gonna break the next one. He has his dunks, his putbacks. It's not the craziest stuff to block, so they're I guess cleanup points, I guess. But he's not ISOing anyone. He is strictly just a like the third scorer on the team. Like, he's just there to grab rebounds, play defense, and get the odd putback dunks or mid-range shots. Not a reliable scorer at all. The ultimate can get packed up pretty easily most times. Defensive wise, obviously he's a very great defender, but the thing is, he's a very expensive card. The only time I'd say, yeah, go ahead and pick Davis is if you plan to get him at least E6, E4, or E6. I'd say he gets like a ton of stats. The more enhancements he has, he gets a lot of his stats are locked behind the enhancements. So he's a very expensive card to invest in. That is the only time I'd like tell someone, yeah, pick up Anthony Davis. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for AD. Yeah, if you're not gonna like invest in him until he's at least enhanced level 4 or enhanced level 6, then I don't think you should pick him. If you are going to invest in him to E4, E5, E6, E7, then yes, pick him up. Then he's very solid. He's like up there with probably the best cards in the game when he's E7. Jason Tatum. You know what? I'm gonna do these two at the same time. Jason Tatum and SGA. Now, y'all saw a video that I posted like days ago where I talked about the best characters for free-to-play players. Now, these two were head and shoulder some of the best picks on that entire list. And I don't think I'll be going that in depth in this video. You can check that old video out to know like the exact details as to why I think they're pretty solid. Like, they should be the 2 picks that everyone should be looking at. But I'll give you a TLDR in this video about them. So Tatum, Obviously, he can switch forms between power forward and small forward, and depending on what the team needs, he can supply both roles, supply the purpose of both roles. Like, if you need a defender, he can be a defender. If you need a rebounder, he can be a rebounder. If you need a scorer, you need the odd 3-point shot, you need a playmaker, I guess. Tatum can be that. He's very solid on all those aspects. Well, except as well, his scoring is pretty it's pretty up and down unless you have a high enhancement. But it's decent enough for what he does on the court. And SGA, he's just broken. He's genuinely just broken. He's just like, literally, you tap dribble and you're wide open. He's an automatic 2 points. He creates so much pressure on the rim with his uncanny layup that you can play makes like a lot when there's a shooting big on your team that spaces the floor. It's either the opponent has to like give up 2 points, or they're going to have to give up 3 points if they try to stop you. Like, he's genuinely one of the most unguardable. He is the most unguardable card in the game because of his passive. So yeah, SGA. And the big complaint people have about him is that his 3-point shot is inconsistent. But I see no issue in it, because like, you get him at least to E6, and they're giving this card, like, they give this card out like free multiple times. They gave him for free. They gave him for free like just on reset as well, on the season reset as well. So it's very easy to get this card to enhance level 6. And that is where his 3-point shot gets pretty solid and pretty consistent for the most part. At least if you're using your ultimate alone to shoot them. So yeah, people say his 3-point shot is bad, but if he hits at least 2 a game, it's pretty good in my book. Like, if you hit just 2 from your ultimates, and you're pretty set, to be honest. Like, you're unguardable from the 2 points. You're an automatic 2 points pretty much. The 3-point shot is basically just a bonus at that point. So you're not going to be spamming threes with him. But you're definitely going to hit like 2. Even 1 sometimes is just enough to put a game away with SGA. And in terms of his defense is very solid. I would say against guards, it's very solid. He's very fast. He also has 3 sprints. Your teammates just got to work with you in order to give you your sprints. And he has a very similar block to Durant, where he has a very late and delayed block. I think it's called the long block. So yeah, he's not a complete cone on defense. He can play make from his layups. He can play make from his shots, his ultimate as well. He's a pretty decent defender, and he's unguardable from the mid-range. Like, what more do you want? What more do you want from a character? He is obviously the best pick in this entire box. And once again, I feel like every free box they give with the superstars, they're going to put SGA in it, and he's just going to be the best pick every time. Every single time. So SGA is my favorite pick. I think y'all should pick up SGA. Next, I think Tatum would be a solid pickup. After that, probably Davis, especially if you're gonna invest in him and enhance him higher than like to E5 or E6, or like you should be prioritizing E7 for him. But if E5 or E6 is your budget, then if you're going for that, I strongly recommend Davis. Everyone else is pretty much redundant. I guess Durant. I guess if you don't like SGA's playstyle, you can go for Durant. He's also a mid-range magician. I think his 3-pointer is better. You're just gonna need a bit more skill and finesse to get away with Durant than you need for SGA. Everyone else, Curry, James, Jokic, and especially Giannis, yeah, I don't recommend them. And Embiid, I don't recommend them. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this vid. See you all in the next one.